Patty?
That's going to change. Okay, so that's not.
And Ben.
We see you.
Did I turn my guitar off? Yep.
Shabbat Shalom. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is to be together, together as one in love, joy, and laughter. How good it is to be in this moment together. Kulanu beyachad. Hine matzot umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matzot umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is to be together, together as one in love, joy, and laughter. How good it is to be in this moment together. Kulanu beyachad.
Shabbat Shalom. It is always a wonderful thing when we can gather with community to bring in Shabbat. Even more special when we are surrounded by beloved friends, and for me with these incredible musicians who are also my beloved friends. Bob Remstein and his wife Rebecca join us this evening from a land far, far, far away. And thank you for braving the 405 to be with us here tonight.
Called Los Angeles, the land far, far away.
Yeah, a land far, far away. You don't need a passport, but sometimes it feels like you do. My soul sister here, Cantor Patty Linsky, who was in my lifeboat, along with a number of you here when I went through breast cancer just a couple of years ago. Just so grateful to have you here with us tonight. Kim Gubner, I love you. In our band of Milk and Honey, our soloist, my confidant and my sidekick. Very grateful for you. And Laura Rothman, thank you, thank you, thank you for elevating our services tonight. It is a wonderful thing to be able to celebrate tonight, this Pink Shabbat, in honor of all of those who have had breast cancer, who have been diagnosed, who are at different points in this journey of healing. This is something that we live with for the rest of our lives. And because of the people here tonight, we have been able to thrive and really celebrate life. And of course, we're also remembering those who lost their battle with breast cancer. In just a moment, I'm going to invite up some of our survivors here from our community to help usher in Shabbat by the lighting of candles. And before we do that, if you have not had the chance, here on our whiteboard, I want to invite you, if there's someone that you are celebrating tonight or someone that you are remembering tonight, to please write their name on one of the pieces of paper. You can go back out to the rotunda and please add their name to our whiteboard. We want to fill this space with deep intention and blessing. So let's just take a couple of minutes, and if you've already filled something out and you just want to greet the people around you, wish them a Shabbat Shalom, and welcome them.
And Merritt's going to bring out some extra things so everybody doesn't have to go out. So if you want one, just when Merritt comes, she'll give you.
Please raise your hand. Merritt is
little
going to
slip.
bring in our sticky notes and
Not Merritt.
pens.
She's not. Merritt. Oh, Howard's going to
good.
bring them.
And-
Howard, can you grab a few? Howard,
It's okay.
grab a few more. 15.
Are we throwing out numbers here, Lois? I love it. Let's just take a moment together to breathe in Shabbat and to let go of our week. The sun on the treetops no longer is seen. Come gather to welcome the Sabbath, our queen. Behold her descending, the holy, the blessed, and with her the angels of peace and of rest. Draw near, and here abide. Draw near, O Sabbath bride. Peace also to you, you angels of peace. Achama mirosh ilanot nistalka bo venitzei likrat Shabbat hamalka hine yoredet hakdusha habrucha Ve'imo It is my honor and pleasure to invite up the members of our community tonight who at one point have had breast cancer, who currently have breast cancer. Please come help us light our Shabbat candles tonight. Come on up, Rebecca, yeah? And come around. And I'd like to welcome Sue up. Will you come and join us as well to light our Shabbat candles? Anyone want to come light? Come on down. One of the things I experienced with my diagnosis at the beginning was this feeling of brokenness and feeling a bit lost. And it took the people in my lifeboat to remind me that I could find wholeness again. And everyone has their own unique experience going through breast cancer or any other kind of diagnosis where you question what's going to happen with your life. And this time of ushering in Shabbat, we get to remember that we are all in our brokenness whole, and we are all filled with light. So we light our Shabbat candles together. Miss Patty, come light these candles over here. We need lots of Shabbat light tonight.
Thank you.
Please join with us. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu להדליק נר של שבת. Thank you, my sisters, for bringing in Shabbat tonight.
As you go back to your seats tonight, remember that you're taking one step at a time. One step at a time. It's not a race. It's an acknowledgement that your body is here, your body is strong, your body has been taken to a place that it hasn't been before, although in this place, you see light, you feel light, you have light, you are light. To everyone who's gone through their own version of what we're experiencing this evening, in honor of breast cancer, in honor of our caregivers, in honor of our survivors, in honor of those whom we have lost, and for what we couldn't say before. There's never a time, ever, that is too late for us to forgive ourselves for whatever it might be. And so tonight, my soul sister and I would like to offer a song to all of us. And if you feel like it, because this is about a heart, this song is about a heart, if you feel like putting your hand on your heart as we're singing it, please do. Feel yourself, feel your heartbeat, beating strong, recognizing that you're not done. You're not done. Oh, heart of mine, lost and find my home is sometimes near and sometimes far. It's always changing. Oh, heart of mine, take the time to feel the sadness. Love is always near. It seems they go together. The walls are coming down and down and down. And life is going round and round and round. And love, it will be found and found and found. It's all inside of you. Shine and help me feel that I am not alone. How can I ever thank you? Oh, friend of mine, space no time will break the bond that holds my heart with yours. I'll always love you. The walls are going down and down and down. Life is going round and round and round. Love, it will be found and found and found. It's all inside of you. 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 It's all inside of you.
Of course, what a blessing it is to be here, not just to celebrate all the women here who have gone through breast cancer, but to celebrate Shabbat. We turn in our prayer books to, I believe it's page 18. We need everyone's voices, everyone's spirits to add to the joy this evening as we sing through Lecha Dodi. Lecha Dodi,
Lecha Dodi,
לקראת כלה,
לקראת כלה,
פני שבת,
פני שבת נקבלה. Lecha Dodi,
לקראת כלה,
לקראת כלה,
פני שבת,
פני שבת נקבלה. שמוע וזכור בדיבור אחד, היא השמיענו אל
לשם ולתפארת ולתהילה.
לך דודי,
לך דודי,
לקראת כלה,
לקראת כלה,
פני שבת,
פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי,
לקראת כלה,
לקראת כלה,
פני שבת,
פני שבת נקבלה. התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך קומי אורי, 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 שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עליך נגלה.
לך דודי,
לך דודי,
לקראת כלה,
לקראת כלה,
פני שבת,
פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי,
לקראת כלה,
לקראת כלה,
פני שבת,
פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום, עטרת בלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אבני ים סגולה, בואי כלה, בואי כלה.
לך דודי,
לך דודי,
לקראת כלה,
לקראת כלה,
פני שבת,
פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי,
לקראת כלה,
לקראת כלה,
פני שבת,
פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי,
לקראת כלה,
לקראת כלה,
פני שבת,
פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי,
לקראת כלה,
לקראת כלה,
פני שבת,
פני שבת נקבלה. יאי לי לי לי, יאי לי לי לי.
That's a nice way to warm us up. Beautiful. So, as we continue with our service, we take the time to acknowledge those who have lost their battle with breast cancer, and also those who are just mourning loved ones tonight. To you we say, Hamakom Yenachem Etchem. May you find peace and comfort in the embrace of community tonight. With that, we rise together for Baruch Hu.
Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai.
This beautiful piece of liturgy reminds us that even on the darkest night, there is always light. That the stars in the sky, the moon in the sky, when we feel lost, when we feel afraid, we need to just look up to remember God is always present. We continue at the top of 26 with God of creation. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu
melech haolam asher bidbaro ma'ariv aravim bechokma potech she'arim stars and wrap our souls with peace. Baruch atah Adonai.
Mariv If it is your custom to rise for Shema, I invite you to do so at this time.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Leolam Va'ed. You shall love the Lord God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. And these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart, and you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up, and when you rise up, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall bind them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gates, and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all of my commandments and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
My pleasure to invite up Joni Kirschenbaum to share a poem with us, a song of Miriam.
I, Miriam, stand at the sea and turn to face the desert, stretching endless and still. My eyes are dazzled, the sky brilliant blue, sunburst sands unyielding white. My hands turn to dove wings. My arms reach for the sky, and I want to sing the song rising inside me. My mouth open, I stop. Where are the words? Where the melody? In a moment of panic, my eyes go blind. Can I take a step without knowing a destination? Will I falter? Will I fall? Will the ground sink away from under me? The song still unformed. How can I sing? To take the first step, to sing a new song, to close one's eyes and dive into the unknown waters. For a moment, knowing nothing, risking all. But then, to discover the waters are friendly, the ground is firm, and the song rises again. Out of my mouth come words lifting the wind, and I hear for the first time the song that has been in my heart, silent, unknown, even to me.
We join together in Michamocha, our song of redemption.
Should we stand?
Yeah.
Stand. Okay. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha ne'etar b'kodesh, nora tehillah, oseh pelech, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, oseh pelech, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha ne'etar b'kodesh.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'a Yisrael. I'm going to take a moment as we sing through Ufros Aleinu, the song asking God to fill us with peace and protect us as we lay down at night. Wherever it is that we are, there are people in our lives who are part of our lifeboat, those that we can turn to when things are challenging for us, when we feel afraid. And they can be that source of strength, that source of peace, that source of comfort for us. And a beautiful part of our tradition talks about there being the spark of the divine within each human being. And when we have those sacred relationships where we can really experience that divine light, that godly comfort comes through those relationships. So I want you to think for a moment, and this will be part of our Amidah meditation tonight, thinking about those who are in your lifeboat tonight. And who have you been a source of comfort to in your life? Right? Sacred relationships are not one way, they are two ways. So tonight, as we ask God to shelter us with peace, Ufros Aleinu Sukat Shalomecha, we recognize that spark of the divine in us to help bring peace and comfort to one another.
Ufros Aleinu Sukat la 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 ufros aleinu Sukkot Shalom Alecha.
Baruch atah Adonai, ha'porei Sukkot Shalom, aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael, v'yam Yerushalayim.
Shabbat, et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם, ברית עולם, ברית עולם. ביני ישראל, אותי לעולם, ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת, ויהי נפש.
We rise together for the Amidah. I invite you tonight to reflect on who is in your lifeboat, or who you'd like to be in your lifeboat, and in whose lifeboat are you?
Adonai Satai Tiftach, Adonai Satai Tiftach, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. holy, 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 holy. Holy, 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 holy. Holy, 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 holy.
It is my pleasure and honor to invite up tonight. Welcome. Thank you. Also someone else who braved the 405 for us.
No, thank you. Perfect. So thank you all for having me. It's actually very special for me to be here tonight. It's my first in-person Pink Shabbat in 18 months, and it was so nice to be, to walk in and hear the beautiful music and see the lights and just feel a really lovely sense of community. So thank you. Thank you, Cantor Young, for inviting me to share it with you tonight. Receiving a breast cancer diagnosis, here we go, thank you, can be overwhelming. Music stand, raise this. Thank you, perfect. Okay. Thank you so much for inviting me to share it with you tonight. Receiving a breast cancer diagnosis can be overwhelming, isolating, and frightening. Receiving any serious diagnosis is. But breast cancer is not just a personal issue, it's a Jewish community issue. And by hosting a Pink Shabbat, Temple Beth El is sending a powerful message that your community faces the issue together, and in such a beautiful way. We all know that this has been a hard year, or really 18 months, for so many, but imagine yourself back in March 2020 when we were all first locked down. Maybe your kids moved back in with you, or you had them at home from school. Maybe you were doing all of this while you were trying to work. Now imagine going through the past year and getting a call from your doctor saying that you had been diagnosed with breast cancer, that you couldn't have a spouse or a friend sit with you during chemotherapy. Your surgery was delayed because of diminished PPE supply. You were immunocompromised and had even more reason to fear COVID. And that's when you learn about Sharsheret. Sharsheret is the Hebrew word for chain, and we're a Jewish nonprofit organization started by Rochelle Shoretz, a young Jewish mother from New Jersey who was diagnosed at the age of 28, right after she finished clerking for Judge Ruth Bader Ginsburg in the Supreme Court. When Rochelle was diagnosed, all she wanted was to connect with another person like her who was going through what she was going through. Friends introduced her to another young Jewish mom who was a few months ahead in treatment. They were the first links in the chain of support, and that's how Sharsheret was born, around her kitchen table. Now we're about a staff of 40 with 5 regional offices. We know that it's a mitzvah to visit someone when they're sick. In this week's Torah portion, as Abraham is recuperating from a surgery, God sends Abraham visitors in the form of 3 men, angels in disguise. And even though he's recovering, he invites the men in and offers them a feast. Maybe he finds comfort in their companionship. Maybe it was a good distraction from how he was feeling. Well, today we're living in a COVID world, and it's not that easy just to visit someone who's sick or immunocompromised. It's not so easy to give members of your community support in the same way that you may have 18 months ago. It's not so easy to be a patient or a caregiver. In fact, it can be even more difficult and incredibly isolating. And that's where Sharsheret comes in. Sharsheret's mission is to improve the lives of women and families, all women and families, at all stages or at increased genetic risk for breast or ovarian cancer through personalized support and educational outreach. We share resources with women and families so they can make informed decisions about their health and treatments. We also help the next generation by working with students on high school and college campuses to understand their risk and family's health history. Additionally, Sharsheret educates community leaders and healthcare professionals about the unique issues for Jewish women facing cancer so that they can better care for their patients. Sharsheret's programs are free and open to all. In fact, about 25% of the people we support are not Jewish, and we don't turn anybody away. And all of our support services are free, confidential, and personalized, and virtual. All of our support always has been virtual, by phone, email, or snail mail. We really didn't have to change much with COVID. The one difference that we did make is we've been doing weekly webinars on a variety of topics with experts from all over the country, which you can find on our website at sharsheret.org. And we were lucky enough to have the Cantor participate in one of them. So you might be asking, why do we need a Jewish breast cancer organization? 1 in 40 Ashkenazi Jews carries a BRCA gene mutation in comparison with 1 in 400 in the general population. That's nearly 10 times the average rate, making members in our community significantly more susceptible to hereditary breast cancer. And since both men and women are carriers of this dominant genetic mutation, there's a 50% chance that a carrier will pass it down to their children. And there's other gene mutations to be aware of, like ATM, CHEK2, PALB2, and those associated with Lynch syndrome, just to name a few. Being a carrier of these or a BRCA1 or 2 mutation could put you at increased risk for cancers including breast, ovarian, male breast, prostate, pancreatic, colon, uterine, and melanoma cancers. So I just want to stress to everyone of Ashkenazi Jewish descent, especially those, how important it is to know your family health history, men and women. Ask parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, any living relative, are there any cancers in your family? And while you're at it, make sure you're having the conversation about your entire medical history. Mental health issues like depression, high cholesterol, heart disease, at what age and at what kind? And I encourage you to share this information with your children so they can be informed when speaking with doctors. Sharing this information in families can be life-saving. And not just your immediate family, but your extended family, aunts, uncles, cousins. If you have questions about your own family health history and what to do with the information you've gathered, Sharsheret has a genetic counselor on staff who can help you for free. Back to the Torah portion for a moment. The 3 guests tell Abraham that his wife Sarah will be having a baby. She overhears and laughs at this crazy notion because she was 89 years old. I mean, can you imagine being pregnant at 89? The news was understandably shocking. Life often throws us curveballs that we can't be prepared for, like living in a global pandemic, or finding out that you have a genetic mutation or a cancer diagnosis. Even if you think you're expecting it, maybe there's a history of cancer in your family. It's still surprising to learn. And until it happens, you just don't know how you'll react. Recently, a woman, let's call her Rachel, shared that her mother had been diagnosed with breast cancer. Her mom tested negative for the gene mutation, so she really wasn't concerned about it. And then they got a call from an estranged cousin who wanted to let them know that she had tested positive for the BRCA mutation. So Rachel's sister decided to, in her words, take one for the team and be the first to have genetic testing done. And when it came back, she found out she had a BRCA mutation. So Rachel and her father also got genetic testing, and both of them tested positive for a BRCA mutation. It had been passed down from the father's side, which was even more surprising because there wasn't a history of cancer on the father's side. Now Rachel had to decide what to do with this information, whether to get preventative surgery or to increase her surveillance through mammograms and MRIs. She wondered, is knowledge power or is ignorance bliss? She felt wedged between both. And Sharsheret was there to help. We have a peer support network that connects women who are newly diagnosed, survivors, or at high risk, with others who have faced similar diagnoses and experiences. We also send out free kits to help support women and their families at different stages of their treatment. For example, we send out a Best Face Forward kit, which includes non-toxic paraben-free makeup and eyebrow stencils for women experiencing the cosmetic side effects of treatment. And our kits are tailored to each individual who contacts us. Now, only 10 to 20% of breast and ovarian cancer is hereditary. So it's important to remember that 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. 1 in 72 women will be diagnosed with ovarian cancer in their lifetime. And 1 in 1,000 men will be diagnosed in their lifetime, regardless of genetics. This means that all of us should be paying close attention to our bodies, commit to a screening plan that's right for you, and make healthy choices in our daily lives, eating healthy, moving more, and reducing stress. They're all essential to reducing risk. Now, this year has been tough, and I know that taking care of ourselves was easier said than done before COVID. But since the pandemic began, fewer people are going in for breast cancer screenings, leading to later detection and more advanced cancers in women. So if you're of the age where you need a mammogram, or somebody in your life is, please get that scheduled. We know how easy it is to delay, but whether it's your mammogram, your annual checkup, a genetics consultation, please make sure that you're staying on top of your own health. If something doesn't look or feel right, don't put off calling your doctor. It could save your life. So when I think back to Abraham, I think about how kind he and Sarah were to these strangers. They gave them food, water, and shelter, helping them meet their basic needs. They didn't know the visitors were angels. They just wanted to help these people. They were part of their community. In a sense, they were angels too. This mutual kindness and respect between Abraham, Sarah, and the angels seems fitting today when we talk about illness, about helping alleviate some of the pain of our friends, family, and community members who are going through something difficult. And even in the pandemic, there are so many ways that we can be there for each other. Picking up groceries, sending an I'm thinking of you text, dropping off a meal, having a virtual Zoom meetup or a 6-foot apart meetup. My wish is that none of you ever need Sharsheret's services. But when someone you know is diagnosed or at an increased risk, you can help alleviate their suffering by being a caring community, providing them with the appropriate support, and sharing Sharsheret with them. You are now a Sharsheret ambassador and a link in our chain. So thank you so much for raising awareness about breast cancer in our Jewish community. And Shabbat Shalom.
We are blessed here at Temple Beth El to be part of a caring community, and we have Hinenu and a number of people here who serve on that committee to bring comfort to those who are ill. That community outreach is a critical part of how we maintain this sacred community. We all have an opportunity to be an angel, to bring comfort, healing, and just presence to one another. I am so grateful to so many of you who were there for me, and I am equally grateful to have had the opportunity to sit with many of you as you have gone through your own journey with cancer and other diagnoses. So invite Howard to share this reading, The Journey from Being Wounded.
Thank you very much. The journey from being wounded to being healed will take exactly as long as it needs to. I know you want to rush to get your scar as soon as you can. But my love, recovery isn't meant to be a race. It's often a slow walk down a 5-mile curvy country road. Take your time coming back to yourself. Let your repairs happen carefully. Mend your heart like it's a cathedral that is being gently restored. One carefully laid brick, mosaic tile, a shard of broken glass at a time. My love, your scars will come to you in time. And someday they will teach you a master class in how strong you are. But in the meantime, nurse your wound like a newborn, slowly, thoughtfully, and with the softest of thoughts. My love, the sound of your heart makes as it heals. It's my most favorite song. Don't rush through the verses of your sacred recuperation. Let your lyrics echo. Let them linger. Let them dawdle. Let them hang in the air like fireflies until they surround you and help you stand on your 2 feet again. Your comeback starts now. However, not a foot race on hard pavement, but rather your return to yourself will begin with a meandering walk down a stressing dirt path under a cotton candy sky. My love, don't set your watch to your healing. Don't give it a deadline. Instead, give it all the time it needs to replant the garden of your flowering purpose. Oh my love, I wish you could see what I see. I wish you could see how incredibly beautiful you look while you heal. Thank you.
Invite you to share names of loved ones who are in need of healing this Shabbat. Add their names into this sacred space tonight. Amber Strauss.
Sorry, Governor.
And we give gratitude to all of the caregivers here among us, those who have sat by bedsides or just been a comforting presence. And we ask God to restore wholeness of body. Dear God of our ancestors,
Dear God of our ancestors,
help us renew our faith.
Help us renew our faith.
Grant us a perfect healing.
Grant us a perfect healing.
Bring peace to all our days.
Bring peace to all our days. El Narifana, refresh our tired spirits,
rejuvenate our life.
rejuvenate our life. Refine our love, refine our life. Refine our love, refine our love.
Thank you for all these blessings
Thank you for all these blessings
throughout our days and nights.
throughout our days and nights.
We celebrate the journey,
We celebrate the journey,
this precious gift of life.
this precious gift of life. Refine our love, refine our love. Refine our love, refine our love. Refine our love, refine our love.
We rise together for Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מולכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
Please be seated. Our thoughts turn to those in our community who are mourning a loved one. This time of Shloshim. Beverly Adler, mother of our member Mark Adler. Morton Shapiro, father of our member Mara James. And yahrzeits we are observing tonight. Martin Altman, Leon M. Bornstein, Val Cherney, Roger Dull, Jane Viertel Schuster, Jacob Fogel, Sylvia Friedman, Anna Goldschmidt, Jack Goldstein, Arthur Greenfield, Al Grumet, Arnold Hahn, Maxine Harris, Hubert Hudson, Saul Joel, Lydia Kirsch, Harry Kritzstein, Philip A. Liebson, Max Lupel, Marshall Meltzer, Scott Moss, Fanny Mueller de Keisman, Hilda Ostrovsky, Louis Pollen, Ria Rappaport, Ruby Reicher, Marcus Reback, Elaine Robachek, S. Allen Roof, Ida Rosen, Sydney Schindler, Arnold Silva, Jeffrey Martin Stern, Charles Sullo, Esther Tan Sobel, Aaron Krashansky, and Larry Weintraub. If there are any loved ones you are remembering tonight whose names have not been mentioned, please.
My aunt, Sophie Ginsburg.
Thank you. And if anyone tonight is remembering a loved one who lost their battle with cancer, I invite you as well to share their names in this space. Thank you. If you are comfortable, I ask us to rise together in solidarity tonight as we recite the Mourner's Kaddish together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach chirutei ve'amlich malchutei, b'chayachon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael, b'agalau v'izman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam olamei amaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yinaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei d'kudsha b'richu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma ve'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mirma, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru amen. Ve'imru, 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 amen. Ve'imru, 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 amen.
For each day I live, my God, for each day I live. I am grateful, grateful, forever grateful, grateful each day I live. For each day I live, my God, for each day I live. I am grateful, grateful, forever grateful, grateful each day I live. I am gifted by your glory. I am lifted by your love. I am grateful, grateful, every day I live. I am grateful, grateful, grateful every day I live.
For each day I live, my God. Sing with us.
For each day I live, my God. For each day I live. I am grateful, grateful, forever grateful, grateful each day I live.
invite up our temple. Merritt, will you come and share some announcements with us and share a little bit about what you have for us? Surprise! And then we'll do Kiddush and Motzi together.
You can do it script-free.
I have
No?
no idea what I'm saying. Oh, here we go. I love an impromptu.
Okay, Pathfinders program. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. That was a really beautiful service. Thank you all for sharing. These need to go home with people. Pathfinders program has been rescheduled. I hope put it on your calendar, Tuesday, October 26th at 7 p.m. At TBSOC, our goal, one of our main goals, is that we intentionally build our community together. One important way we do this is by committing to nurturing our own Jewish growth. We recognize that everyone's journey is unique, but we are stronger when we work together. To help work towards this goal, we invite you to participate in our Pathfinders program. Register today at the Temple website. Foundations of Thoughtful Judaism, taught by Rabbi Kavod Weider on Tuesdays, 7 p.m. online. Part 1 is November 6th, November 9, 16, and 23. Part 2 is March 8, 15, 22, 29. You're writing this all down, right? Okay. Go to the Temple site to get more information on this program. A magical tea for our Beast Sisters members. Come join, register for the event. It's $36. It'll be on Zoom only. It's going to be on November 7th at 2 p.m. There'll be door prizes at your door, apparently. Swag bags. Visit the TBE website, the Beast Sisters webpage for more information. And KISS is around the corner. So inside and outside the box, it says. So January 15th, 2022, there'll be a hybrid Kol Isha Shabbat service. Sign up now to participate in our annual popular, inspiring musical, all women-led Kol Isha service. There's speaking parts and non-speaking parts and Hebrew parts and dancing parts. So we want everybody to be able to participate. So go on. Request a part. For more information, contact Wendy Lupel at Kol Isha Shabbat at Cox, or her phone number. And I know you're all writing this down, so I won't bore you with her number. And I'll wish you all a Shabbat Shalom.
Don't go so far, Miss Merritt.
Okay, what am I doing now? Well, these are sterling silver ribbons that are now added to pink ribbons to give to some special people in our congregation that have either battled breast cancer or have been a caregiver for someone who's battled breast cancer. And my hope is that you can pass them out and they can go home and bring some joy.
We are so lucky. We always talk about this always being a team effort, and it's such an extraordinary team that I feel so blessed to be a part of. Just looking out into this congregation, this is a beautiful, beautiful evening, and thank you for celebrating life and celebrating Shabbat, and thank you to our special guests for joining us tonight, especially Bob. Thank you for bringing your beautiful sparkle and magic to that piano over there. It is always such a gift to make music with you. I'd like to invite our ladies back up to join us for Kiddush and Motzi. And I have something so exciting. Come. You guys can come on up. My husband, who is busy doing his own Shabbat service tonight, baked us this gorgeous pink challah. Look at that. You see that? And it smells so good. Please come on over and join us behind the table. We rise together for Kiddush. Come.
Here you go, love.
Thanks, Sonny. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon, hinchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh bereshit, ki hu yom tehila lemikrahei kodesh, zecher letziat mitzrayim, ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat lechaim.
Let's join together in Motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom.
It's pink.
Oh my God.
Is it good?
Oh my God, he's amazing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like,
Wait till you taste the crust on it. Oh,
oh my God.
if you were married, I would go like, it's amazing.
Yeah, pretty good.
Oh my God, the crust is like.